When people talk about traveling in South America, they often describe it as the final frontier of backpacking, or simply a journey to a remote, challenging place. It's not a destination like Southeast Asia or Europe, where guidebooks and information are readily available. The long travel distances and itineraries, which often span weeks or even over a month, also mean that South America has traditionally been accessible only to a small number of dedicated backpackers. Despite these challenges, many travelers dream of a once-in-a-lifetime trip to South America. For those of you planning such a journey, I hope this guide helps. I'm going to compare a trip to Peru, a highlight of any South American tour, to visiting Paris and Rome in Europe. Some seasoned travelers advise saving Rome for last. Their reasoning is that after experiencing Rome's immense and sprawling ancient ruins, the historical sites in other parts of the world can seem small and insignificant by comparison. I can personally attest to this. 30 years ago, I traveled to Rome and then, a year later, visited Paris for the same duration. After that trip, I completely understood what those travelers meant. Back then, just as it is now, Rome, Paris, and London were among the first European cities many people visited. While Paris is a globally renowned tourist destination with countless medieval sites like the Notre Dame Cathedral, as well as modern architectural marvels like the Eiffel Tower and the Pompidou Center, my impression as a novice traveler was that it seemed relatively underwhelming compared to the Rome I had seen just a year earlier. In that same vein, the historical and cultural significance of Peru's sites is unparalleled in South America, and even in North and Central America, with the exception of the Mayan and Aztec ruins in Mexico. While there are some scattered Inca-era ruins in places like the Tiwanaku site in northern Bolivia or San Pedro de Atacama in northern Chile, they simply can't compare to the sheer scale of the Inca and pre-Inca civilizations' ruins scattered throughout Peru. In countries like Argentina and Brazil, the main attractions are often natural wonders like the Patagonian landscapes and the Amazon rainforest, so it's harder to connect your journey with the history of human civilization. Although you might find traces of early humans, such as prehistoric cave paintings in the Amazon or artifacts in Chile's Milodon Cave, the finds are usually crude pottery or simple cave drawings that don't hold the same historical weight. So, a trip to South America is best planned by focusing on different aspects in each region. In Peru and parts of northern Bolivia and Chile, you can explore the magnificent ruins of the Inca and pre-Inca civilizations. In Bolivia, the main draw is the high-altitude landscapes of the Altiplano, such as the Uyuni salt flats. The remaining countries, like Chile, Argentina, and Brazil, are best for appreciating the absolute wonder of nature. Historically, all South American countries share a common and painful past of brutal colonization by Spain and Portugal, which began in the 16th century. This shared history resulted in a fusion of the colonizers' cultures with the traditions of the indigenous peoples. Many architectural structures and historical sites were built in the colonial cities of each country, and these modern ruins, blended with indigenous traditions, are now seen as a different kind of historical treasure. I've always felt that the true essence of travel is not what you see, but what you want to learn more about after you return. This is because the knowledge you gain isn't just a list of facts from a textbook. It becomes a deeply ingrained three-dimensional experience. For those of you who are now dreaming of a trip to South America, I hope your journey to Peru becomes that kind of profound experience.